Greetings everyone and welcome back to episode 17 of Nariyama's Let's Play Minecraft version 1.12 using Darwo20's mod pack. Last episode we started setting up a base in the Nether. We also set up a couple other things. I did want to cover a couple things that I didn't talk about last episode. So if you're looking carefully, you saw that these two machines have a green little corners there instead of red like the rest of them. That's because I upgraded these to the resonant tier. So they have 9 upgrade slots. This one's all geared for speed. This one's all geared for secondary outputs. And that was so that I could get some more platinum production going, some more gold production going. If we look in here, I've got a bunch of rich slag, which I can use to make a lot of other stuff. I also smelted up a bunch of ardite and cobalt. We will combine those to make manulin at some point. But for right now, I just wanted to sort of point out that I have been upgrading those machines. Between episodes, I did some other things. I ran and found some slime, which we're going to need this episode. I also kind of prepped the area that we're going to go to start off a new mod that we're going to look at today, which is Ender.io. Last episode we also set up some automation here. I still haven't cleaned up that granite behind it, which I will do eventually. And we are still producing crystals. We're going to want some more ritual stuff, and we're going to test on camera whether something works that I have been wondering about, which is whether or not we can transport the Lucerna ritual to the Nether. So why don't we try that first? Actually, I'll tell you why we are not going to try that first, because it's not nighttime yet. So first, let's go and check out the place where we're going to set up some stuff. So back in bookmark the spots, I find it easily, but this is my stairway down to where I was mining in AromaCrafts. Now, if you recall, I said that the ore density in AromaCrafts is slightly better than the overworld. And I really do mean slightly. It's like 20% better, 10 or 20% better. Not much. This space down here was solid rock before I got here with my resonant drill. So yeah, destroy the world. And what I'm thinking I might do down here, if we look on the claimed chunks thing, we're kind of right in the center of a chunk. I think I might claim this one, and this one. And we'll see if I can sort of run through each of those. It looks like I can now. The reason for that is I may at some point set up some resource generation here. This is a good place to do it. I'm at bedrock. Most of those sorts of things require a view of bedrock in order to work. And this is a good spot. The other reason for that is up in at the surface, we can set up our tree farm and other stuff on the surface that we might want. But anyway, the reason we're down here, let me pull out a flint and steel. Fun fact, bedrock is flammable. And we are going to set fire to it here in order to get the little things that pop up after the fire burns out. So Ender.io adds this dust that you get by burning bedrock. So I'm going to just use up my flint and steel here. There we go. Okay. Now I'll stand over the flames, and as the flames die out, we should get these little grains. If we don't, we may have to go to the overworld. Either I am the most unlucky person in Minecraft, or this doesn't work in AromaCrafts, which may be the case. Let's see here. Yeah, we're not getting any of the little dust that we need. So let's head back to the overworld. Let's make sure we're going to the right spot here. Now that we have one of these in the Nether, it pays to check. All right, well, let's make another flint and steel and try this again. Flint, steel, or iron for flint and steel, and let's head down to bedrock here in the overworld. I think I picked up. Yep, I sure did. I'll put that back here in a second. So what this is going to do is, like I said, the burning bedrock will basically give us these dusts that we can then turn into the pieces, or the machines that we want to build will require them. So let's light this up, and I'll widen this out a little bit while we're down here. Hey, collect the infinite. There we go. So we're getting the grains of infinity here. So it must just be an overworld only thing. It's a little too bad, but that's okay. Oops. Too close. A little too close. Alright. So again, we're just going to sort of use up the flint and steel here. We'll grab all the grains of infinity. We don't need a huge amount of these. Like, I think each machine frame takes, I want to say, just one. And then the capacitors take them as well. That's what will use up most of them for us, because capacitors, like some of the other mods, are kind of exponential in the amount of things they need. So a mid-tier requires 3 early tier, a late tier requires 3 mid-tier, so 9 early tier, that kind of thing. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of these, and then we're gonna go make some Ender IO machines. The reason we're getting into Ender IO is because we want to be able to get really, really clear glass, and the best clear glass that I can think of is the Ender IO glass. Now, you know, there are other things that we could use, just like this is a kitchen sink mod pack, so you know, for each type of thing that you want, there's 5 different ways of doing it. But I like the Ender IO ones, and we're going to want these machines anyway, because they do have some neat stuff that we can get later on. So let's head back up. We can just teleport. Hey, and it's nighttime. So since it's nighttime, let's go ahead and make the other thing that I was talking about, which is the ritual anchor. So if we go in here in the constellation chapter, there's a ritual anchor. Basically, you put one of these above the ritual, and then you put the other one somewhere else, and you link the two together. Now, normally, to link the two together, you basically run a distance, you know, right-click on the first one with the linking one, run a distance, right-click on the second one. We're going to try and go across the dimension. I don't know if it'll work, but we'll find out. For science. There we go. Uses one of these resonating gems, one of the stardust, and then a bunch of glass panes. There we go. Alright. Hit that with our resonating wand. Back up a little bit, because cool particle effects. Can even kind of go across here. We still have to make an enhanced collector crystal for our Ivitosh crystal there. And I have not found Horologium. Interestingly enough, we are going to run into a problem with Horologium that will require us to upgrade our altar. I'm not sure where the constellation paper for Horologium is. And normally that wouldn't be a deal breaker, except you kind of need the constellation paper to figure out where to put the spectral relays on the attunement altar. So we're going to have to make some constellation paper for Horologium, and what that requires is the next upgrade on the altar. So, all right, let's see how to do this ritual anchor thing. Now, you'll notice the light above the altar goes to a very specific height right there, and then it stops. We basically want to put the ritual anchor right there. So let's grab some stuff to build here. We're going to go, that might get in the way. That might get, there's no good spot. Here we go. All right. 1, seriously. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you got to be kidding me. That stopped the ritual? Alright, well, we're going to have to set all this up again. But I think it's right there. So we go there, and we stick the ritual anchor. Now, like I said, I don't know if this is going to work. Okay, because the ritual got turned off. There's a zombie. So, definitely shows what happens when you turn the ritual off, right? Evidently the zombies get angry. But, notice, there's the ritual anchor. I'm not sure if that's the right place. If we were doing this correctly, we should be seeing some colored beams going up to here. So I think we actually need to go one further up. Let's try it. I'm really glad that that actually did catch it. Good. How about there? Nope. I think we were right the first time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we were right the first time. All right. You know, live and learn, right? We'll break this. It looks like it at least didn't interfere with the placement of the mirrors. So now if we were to take the ritual anchor, stick it over here, grab our linking wand, right click this one, and right click this one over here, what it would do is it would basically take the power from this ritual and center it here. Now, we obviously don't want it here, so we're going to actually unlink that. Oops. I guess that isn't unlinking it. It should. Weird. Alright, well, let's go break this one over here anyway, and hopefully that will stop it. Okay, that did stop it. Good. Alright, let's go to the Nether. We're going to set the ritual anchor down there first, and then we're going to come back. Now here's the tricky part. We cannot use this form of teleportation to do this because the linking stops as soon as you don't or as soon as you let go of the linking tool, which means we place this down, then we head back, and we'll have to use the old Nether portal. So, let's go over here, let's get our linking wand into our hand, and then try and link these two things. I do not know if this will work. If it doesn't, we may rethink where we want to put our base, because this is really something that we do want. We want to not have hostile mob spawns near our base if we can avoid it, just because, you know, getting attacked by tons of stuff all the time is distracting, and you know, we want to get stuff done, and we don't have to worry. Want to have to worry about creepers sneaking up behind us while we're doing it. Nope, nope. Look at that. It said stopped. Well, okay. I guess this isn't going to work. Well, we have a nice cobblestone cube down there. Let's go pick that up, and we will think about what we want to do. There are other ways of preventing mob spawns, so we may do that instead. really all we're interested in preventing is the ghasts. That's it. And there's a way with Ender IO to prevent that. So we may go that route instead. Yeah, all we really want is for gas not to blow up our house. Is that so much to ask? Alright, so we're back. Let's keep going with the Ender IO stuff, and between episodes I'll try and find a way to do this if we can. If not, we'll think about placing the base somewhere else. So, to work. We need the simple alloy smelter and the simple sag mill. So if we pull up those recipes, simple alloy smelter requires some furnaces, some gears, and this simple machine chassis. Notice grains of infinity, iron, and iron bars. So if we go back here, this requires iron ingots and a bucket. So all that should be pretty easy for us. In fact, I think we even have some furnaces already, so we should be able to basically just go like this. Oh, no, I guess we need that machine chassis and the gears. Machine chassis, we need some more iron bars. Let's make a stack. Simple alloy smelter, machine chassis. Let's make a few of these. 1, 2, 3, 4 should get us going. And then we needed some of these stone gears, so that. Oh, really? We just need some sticks. Alright. Let's try that again, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4 to start with, and if we need more, we can always make more. There we go. Simple alloy smelter. Then the simple sag mill is basically the same thing, but requires a piston instead. And we already have the machine chassis, so chassis, I should say. So simple sag mill. There we go. All right, now we just need power. We have power behind here right now. Why don't we just extend it a little bit, and we'll put the Ender IO stuff right there. Hardened. There we go. Hardened flex ducts. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. I don't know what the other one we're going to stick there, but I mean, why not? All right. So the simple ones, they at most take 15 RF a tick. They're pretty bad. We really want to go to a regular alloy or alloy smelter and sag mill very quickly. So what these require, they require dark bimetal gears. Not the easiest thing in the world to make. All we need is dark steel ingots and dark bimetal gears, and then an infinity bimetal gear. That one I think we already have. So if we look at Ender, oh no, we've got a vibrant and energized. We don't have any infinities. So let's look up what those take. Just some grains of infinity and some iron. Pretty easy, actually. Then we'll need a cauldron, some more furnaces, some more dark steel. Actually, if we get a simple alloy simple alloy smelter and a simple powered furnace, we can do those. So that's. Do I have the stuff for that already? Oh, I just need one more of those stone gears. Well, okay. Let's make that. Since we have the simple alloy smelter, this will be the other piece for the regular alloy smelter, and we'll just upgrade this one. All right. We do need some more dark steel, and we're going to need some other stuff that I didn't show there and should have. Okay, this industrial machine chassis. So you can make it in either the alloy smelter or the induction smelter. Since we have a nice high tier induction smelter, we're going to use that. But it needs this industrial die blend. This stuff is kind of a pain to get. because it requires some other things. It requires organic green dye and organic black dye. Both of those are made in the alloy smelter. So if we look at this, organic green dye, this is, I think we'll use this recipe right here. So some sort of green dye, pulverized coal, and a slime ball, and that'll make our organic green dye. I just so happen to have, it's pure chance, of course. Oh, I'd probably put it back in here. Some cactus green. On me. Ah, there it is. And I pulverized up some coal. I pulverized up some nether quartz, some lapis, and I went and got some slime balls. So let's put those in there first of all. Slime, cactus green, and pulverized coal. And notice the graphics start up. It's very slow, but that's okay. We won't hold it against that. Alright. So that got us four things of organic green dye. I do have more cactus growing outside, so that should be good. Oh, is this making black? Oh, good. So we do need some black dye as well. I'll let this cook up a little bit, and then there we go. All right. So we've got the organic green, the organic black. Let's use this to make our easier to do it this way. Industrial blend. Now, what's nice is we got 6 industrial dye blend. Using that combine, we'll get another 6, and that should be enough for the machines that we want to make right now. All right, let's put some stuff away. I'll put my ores in here. Okay, and let's make another one of those chassis. So we need a simple chassis. There we go. And we need to combine these up in an induction smelter. And that'll cook up pretty quickly. The other thing we need is dark steel. So if we open up that thing here, dark steel ingots require, in an alloy smelter, iron ingot, pulverized coal, and obsidian. Now, I just so happened to have gotten a bunch of obsidian when I went mining for crystals last time. So we've got that. Let's get the coal. Where's my pulverized coal? That's gunpowder. Is it in my inventory still? No. Coal. There we go. Pulverized coal and iron. Now, I could do this in the alloy smelter, and I will do one so that you see how slow this takes in a simple smelter. Whoops, wrong blocks there. I don't want the blocks of charcoal, I want obsidian. Where'd those go? Blocks of charcoal. There we go. Guess I didn't get as much as I thought. Obsidian. Did I put it in here maybe? No? Okay. Well, that's okay. We can still do this. But yeah, that's how fast that's going. Let's go do this in the smeltery. So you can see alloy smelter, dark steel, casting, molten dark steel. Ooh. You can't do this in the smeltery. I thought you could. Well, that's something I learned today. Alright, so we're stuck using the ridiculously slow alloy smelter. So, how much do we need? I'll stick 4 in there, but let's take a look because we really want to get the alloy smelter first in that case. So we've got our industrial machine chassis. We need the dark bimetal gear. That's about 1 dark steel ingot. It's 1 nugget less. And then, so we need 2 of those. So 2 there, 2 there. Alright. I need a total of 4. This is going to take a while. Well, what can we do in the meantime? So if we go back to Aroma Crafts, let's kind of see where that mob farm here? It doesn't look like it. Okay, or not a mob farm, a tree farm. So what we're going to use to do the tree farm here is a mod called Industrial Foregoing. So if you foregoing, this is a oops, maybe not. At foregoing. There we go. This is kind of a rehash of what was the name of the mod before Industrial Foregoing? It was like something Reloaded. I can't remember. Anyway, it's like Minecraft Reloaded or something like that. But it added all these machines which are really, really useful. So a bunch of these machines do some things that we're not going to worry about for now. So one of them is the laser. The laser drill is very similar to the thing that we're going to set up down in the cave beneath us. It needs to see bedrock and it generates resources. But there's a bunch of other things. Hold on. We're about to see mob spawn, so I'm going to head back. Let's just there we go. Let's see how many we got here. One still. No, that's the second one. That's the second one. Okay. 70. Oh my gosh. So long. Okay. So Industrial Foregoing. Let me come back to that. So there's a bunch of things we're going to use from this mod, probably fairly quickly. We're going to use this mod to do our automated mob farm. We're going to use this mod to do our tree farm, and we may use it for some other stuff. There's a really neat block in here called, let me see if I can find it. You know what? Let me see. Now I can't remember what it's called. Let me look through here. Sorry. Here, I can do this a little bit more easily. Where is the pink slime? Use. It's used in a lot of places. Wait. What's that? No. There we go. The Material Stonework Factory. This is the magic block to end all magic blocks. So one of the things that some folks complain about is this idea of a single block doing the work of a huge vanilla setup. So this Material Stonework Factory can make basically any material that you would get from either stone or any of its derivatives. So for example, if you crush stone, you get gravel. So this can make you gravel. If you crush gravel, you get sand. So this can make you sand. If you cook sand, you get glass. So this can make you glass, right? All of these different processes that you would use on normal stone, you can get with the Material Stonework Factory. So this is a block that we may put down. I may do a Cobbleworks in a different way, but generally speaking, I mean, it really doesn't get any more compact than this sucker. So that's another one we may use from Industrial Foregoing. And there's some other just really neat stuff. It all takes this plastic. So if you'll notice, this takes plastic here. All these blocks, in some way take plastic. And you get plastic from rubber. So if you use rubber, you get plastic. Or if you cook rubber, you get plastic. And we get tiny dry rubber from a latex processing unit. So I'll set that up probably once we get our new base set up. That'll be one of the first things I do. All right. Let's see if we're done. We are finally done. Yay. So let's go back to our alloy smelter thing. We need some iron nuggets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put that one here, and then we're going to need at least 2 more of these, so there we go. All right, so we've got those. Let's make our dark steel nuggets. Stick those in there. Now we need the dark bimetal gears. Put one there. 1, 2. All right. And we need to pick up our, whoops, our old alloy smeltery. Or alloy smelter. And I think we should have everything. No, it says it needs that. There we go. All right. The alloy smelter. Now, this is basically the same thing as what we just had, except it cooks much faster, and we can accelerate it. So there's this spot for a capacitor. If we go here at Ender, you'll notice I picked up a bunch of these things that, you know, have weird titles and basically say weird things. These are all possible machine upgrades. I don't know which of these is best. Really, I don't know a good way of telling which one is best other than checking to see what its maximum RF per tick is. So that's 128. This one's 237, so that one is not better. What's that one? Ooh, definitely not better. That one looks like it's really bad. So far, 237 is our champion. What about you? Ouch. And the thing, which is at 87. Okay, so I think this other one, the first one that we tried, was the second best at 128. Is that right? Yeah. There we go. Okay, so we'll put that one in the sag mill. So we basically need to do this for the sag mill as well. I think I'm going to probably do that off camera because we're kind of running a little bit long on this episode. So the next thing we're going to show is, you know, I'll make the sag mill off camera, and then I think we're going to go set up either the tree farm or something else, or see if I can figure out a way to do the mob suppression in the Nether. I think, like I said, there's a way in Ender.io to do it, but I'm not sure where it is. Inhibitor obelisk, this thing. I think this is how you do it. And for that you need energetic alloy, so we may sort of dive into Ender.io here for a little bit, so that we can see how some of these machines work. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed seeing the start of Ender.io and some of the other stuff, some of the plans for the future. It's a little disappointing that we're not going to be able to transport our Lucerna ritual into the Nether, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure out another way to do it. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.